I love Paws Up as a cue. Whenever I talk about this cue, people say, I don't want to teach that. I spend so much time teaching my dog to keep their paws down. And while I completely understand, actually, Paws Up is one of the cues I use for jumpy dogs who are like jumping on guests and stuff. Because if our dog is slightly elevated with two paws up, and we teach them that their paws, it's like a magnet, they have to stay on that platform, it actually, I found, stops a lot of dogs from wanting to jump because they're already elevated. So they get to like say hi to the person at a slightly elevated height, but they really learn that their paws are like a magnet on something specific, and they can only move side to side. Like if your platform isn't very wide, they can't like run forward, they can't get any momentum going. I've just found it as a really good way to stopping dogs from jumping. And of course, a lot of people know we use this a lot with reactive dogs. So a paws up cue is a really good stationing cue for reactive dogs. Okay, so for paws up, we need to add a duration to our paw target. So initially we were just doing a single swipe at it, and that is not going to be long enough for paws up where we want them to actually stand on it for a moment. So we have to add duration. In order to do this, we're going to be utilizing a concept called feeding in position. This is going to be 2, 3, 4 feedings for every one feeding that we toss away to reset. So, right, we don't want being off the paw target and being on the paw target to be of equal value. So therefore, we need being on the paw target to have, 3 or 4 reinforcements for every one that we toss off. So in order to do this, we're going to toggle between the paw that we were doing before, where we're holding it, waiting for a paw, and then also luring them on momentarily. And both of these, anytime you get more than just a second on there, you're going to be yes with a treat, yes with a treat, yes with a treat, and then toss off it. Once we get kind of where this paw target has become a magnet, that's what usually we'll call it, where it's become like sticky. They like to just keep their hand on it because they know that's how they get reinforcement. Then we're going to begin moving it around. So the dog is going to learn to follow the paw target. She sometimes has a hard time generalizing concepts. So while I know she can do the paw with the paw target, there we go. I'm not sure when she stands up that it'll still translate to be the same thing for her. So she might get a little confused with that. Yes, good girl. So I'm going to go ahead and stand her up and see if that's confusing for her. Stand. Let's see if she's still pawed at it. Yes, and as predicted, she gets a little confused once she went from a laying to a standing. Context really matters for her as a dog. So I'm just going to do a little mini reteach, a generalization, which is a mini reteach of how I taught this the first time while she's in a stand. Wait. Wait, go ahead. Yes. Yes. Here. Yep. And now I'm going to begin toggling between luring her onto it and doing the pawing at it. And remember, anytime she's on it for more than like 2, 3 seconds, I'm feeding in position. Yes, good girl. Lure her on it. Yes. I thought she was on it for a minute there. Luring her on. Yes. 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 And toss off or reset. Now I'm gonna toggle. Yes. Good girl. Oh, she's already liking to stay on it. I like that. Okay. Yes. No, I feel like she's kind of in the way of you guys seeing. So I'm gonna move over here a little bit. Yes. Good girl. Yes. 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 And toss off. Yes. 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 And toss off for a reset. I think there was one under there. Luring her on. So, yes, yes, yes. Toss off for a reset. Start standing up and moving around with her and moving where the paw target goes. While we sit, wait. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. 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 I love that she adjusted there. Yes. So I'm moving it around. Yes. So she's learning to follow it. Yes. Yes. Still feeding in position. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to reward the pause before the pause. So we're going to move him up to the platform. I don't want him getting on the platform yet. I want to reward just pausing right before the platform. I don't want them just, I call it throwing cues at me. So in order to get this nice and clean, I want to reward him just pausing right before the platform. Okay. And then, of course, I'm going to move the paw target up onto the platform and then feed in position. I'm going to repeat that whole feeding in position process and then phase out the bowl, just like we did with the handshake. Yes, 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 yes. So now this time, I'm going to put it up on the platform. Yes, yes. And by the way, this is great for vets visits. Yes. This is great for vets visits where dogs won't get up on the scale. Yes. Oops. Sorry, girl. Yes. 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 And toss up. So again, I'm feeding in position as soon as we're up on here because I want this platform to be sticky. I want it to be a place they want to be. So as soon as she looks at me, yes, yes, yes. And now we can begin phasing out the paw target. So there's no paw target, and let's be able, yes, yes. So once we phase out that bowl, I'm really reinforcing this idea of stopping before they get to the platform so that they are not hopping right up there. So I'm gonna kind of stand here and like catch them before they get to it and really just reinforce standing in front of the platform without doing anything. And then, of course, I will occasionally ask them to be up on it. And again, I'm going to be feeding in position. So for every like one she gets off it, she gets 3 on it. So it becomes nice and sticky to where she wants to be. See if I can do it again. Catching her right before she gets to the platform. She wants to just jump right back up there. And I don't want her to do that. And now I'm going to ask her to get up there. Okay.